I'm not a lawyer, but let's get into day 9 of the A$AP Rocky trial. And let's start with this clip of Rocky and Rihanna leaving the courthouse because yes, it's my clip, as in yes, I was there and I took it. And also yes, I hate doing these because I feel like a stalker. Okay, on day 9, the state officially rested their case and the defense was up with their first witness, and that witness was A$AP 12y. If you recall, A$AP 12y was one of the people there on the day of the incident. It was Rocky, Ills, 12y, and then Relly. After going through his history with the A$AP mob, Takapina asked 12y when's the last time he's seen A$AP Relly.
Last time I saw Relly was, I think the summer of 2022 in the Bronx. I was living in the Bronx and he was living across the street from me. This particular day, I was reading a book. So I'm reading a book outside. I'm reading, I think, Who Killed Martin Luther King by James Earl Ray.
Who killed Martin Luther King?
And I see somebody like walking towards me. So at first, like I put the book down a little bit, and then I hear something. Then I hear something again. So then I focus and I notice it's him. And then like I catch him say something about like, yo, you know Rocky did bad by not taking.
From there, Takapina gets right into asking about why Rocky carries a prop gun.
Are you aware whether or not Rocky had been the victim of prior violence?
Yes. A brawl broke out in the club and we got jumped and we both ended up cut inside the club. Yes, I got stabbed and A$AP Rocky got stabbed as well.
Okay. How about another instance?
I would pull up to his house in LA when I was staying there, and several times while I was staying there, stalkers would pull up to his crib.
And were you there when there were any home invasions?
No, I wasn't, but I definitely heard about the home invasion.
Do you know any security measures Rocky took in response to those instances you just testified to?
Yes. I know he had to get a whole new security staff, and also I know he walked around with a prop, like a starter pistol, like a prop gun.
How do you know he had a prop gun?
Well, I've seen it on several occasions. The first time I seen it, it wasn't on his like body for anything. It was for a video shoot, the DMV video shoot in the Bronx. Me, myself, Rocky, A$AP Ills, Rihanna was featured in the video as well.
After the video shoot, did you see him with a prop gun again?
Yes, in September 2021 in Harlem. Well, I remember I was getting food on 143rd and Lenox, and he happened to hit me. I told him where I was at, and we met up. We went to eat in the park, and I just remember when he was sitting down, I seen something like bulging out his white t-shirt, and I asked about it. He showed me, and it was the same situation from a DMV.
He told you it was a prop gun?
Yes.
How about in California? Did you see that prop gun in California?
Yes. When I came back to California for I think it was the Complex Con event, that week we would like work out early in the morning. We go for bike rides around his area, and this is still like COVID area, so he didn't have security, and that was basically like his line of defense. If anybody ran down and he would have the problem.
And that again, that was September 2021?
September 2021.
When you saw the prop gun in September 2021, was it the same as you saw in the DMV video?
From what I remember, it was a bit different because now it had a belt clip so he could secure it, and I think it had like a clear clip, like I guess like a replica magazine. Yeah.
Did it look like it looked in New York?
Yes.
And let's direct your attention to November 6th, 2021.
Well, that morning I remember we worked out because we wanted to get our bodies ready for the Complex Con show, which was the next day. So met him at his crib, worked out a little bit, and then around I think 5 or 6 o'clock we headed out to Long Beach. From what I remember, it was me, Rocky, Ills, Lou, a lot of our friends from New York, a lot of the friends from the collective. It was the 10-year anniversary of Live Love A$AP, and it was a big deal. It was also the first show for him or anybody else in the past like 2 years because of COVID, so it was a pretty big deal.
You mentioned the name Lou. Who is Lou?
Lou, A$AP Lou is he's a member of the collective, but he's also I guess Rocky's manager.
At any point on November 6th, you see A$AP Lou holding Rocky's prop.
Yes, the same prop that I seen in New York. We were at the Complex Con rehearsal getting ready for the show tomorrow. It was the 10-year anniversary of the project that got A$AP Rocky and the A$AP Collective signed. everything was good. You feel me? We was having a good show, and towards the end of rehearsal, because I'm on stage with Rocky, I see him kind of like dealing with something on his phone, and he kind of put me onto it. Relly was online, just like disgracing his name, running his name through the mud. You feel me? Rocky was like, "Yo, bro, I wanna go holler at Relly. I'm gonna go talk to Relly." You feel me? And I was already with him at Complex Con, so that's why I went with him. He asked me to call Relly, text Relly, but Relly didn't respond to me. You feel me?
Did you hear Rocky speaking to Relly?
Yes. From what I recall, I feel like it was like a humorous, brotherly conversation. Yo, where you at? Like, all right, let's have this conversation. It wasn't nothing more than that.
What happened after the call?
Well, after the call, because we were in Long Beach, we had to go from Long Beach back to LA. So really, we was just in the car playing new music, getting vibes together. Everything was like exciting. Everything was like happy. I think we had a driver. It was Complex Con weekend. I believe they provided like traffic.
And did you eventually get to downtown LA, this parking garage on Argyle Street eventually?
Yes. So when I first got out, I was just seeing Rocky walk up the hills walk slightly behind him, and I seen Relly coming down the hill. As I'm looking up, I just see like Relly coming down the hill with a little extra momentum, not running or anything, but just a little pep and stuff. Well, as soon as they met, from what I seen, it was just like Relly just grabbed Rocky. It's just as soon as he seen him, just grabbed him. And Relly's a big dude, you know, Relly big. So he's kind of like grabbing him and shaking him. So at this point, Rocky tries to like, I guess grab him too, but grip the floor so he can maintain balance because Relly was kind of like trying to lift him up by his hoodie.
What was your reaction? Your reaction?
Well, my reaction, I was surprised because from my understanding, these dudes were only supposed to have a conversation, you know? I didn't expect anything else.
In that small clip there, you see Rocky holding an object that looks like fire.
Yes.
Okay. And what was that in fact?
That was his pride.
Tell us how it came out that you saw him holding it.
From my recollection, really grabbing Rocky, almost picked him up off the ground. And with that happening, his pants started falling.
His meaning?
The Rocky pants started falling.
Which hand was he holding that prop with?
His left hand.
Is Rocky a lefty or a right?
He's a righty. At that point, I just stepped in the middle and just tried to break it up.
Okay.
And also I was trying to tell Rocky to go. Like, yo, bro, we out of here. Like, Relly's going crazy right now. Let's go.
Objection, motion like.
Who's the aggressor in this encounter?
Relly.
Did you ever see Rocky point that object, just a prop gun pointed to you, at Relly at all during that parking garage encounter?
No.
Did you ever see Rocky press a gun, prop gun that you described here, against Relly's stomach, point at his head or his chest?
No, I did not.
Okay. Would you have seen that if it happened?
Yes, I was there.
When Rocky pulled out that star pistol, did Relly say anything?
Yes. He told him to shoot that fake ass gun.
At any point during this incident, one in the garage, did you display a knife?
No.
Were you carrying a knife at all?
No. So after we leave the parking lot,
Garage.
parking garage. So I'm telling Rocky like, yo, we out. Also telling Ills, yo, we out. And also telling Rel,
You told him to do what?
we out. Like,
We're out.
We are out.
We are out. I'm sorry. We can't conversate with our brother right now. Maybe we can conversate with him later. Let's go. So we all start turning the corner, and as we turn in the corner, down the block and turn the corner, Relly is still following us. Relly starts yelling, Ills, you a crackhead, 12 of you live in the projects. He tries to belittle Rocky with the objects that he has, like, oh, I got this, I got the Cuban, I got the range. And we were all confused, like.
Did you say anything to Relly while he was following you?
I told him, excuse my French, to get the fuck out of here. So as we get to the corner, I'm in the middle and Ills in the back. So Ills is trying to calm Relly down, you know, calm him down some way. And I guess it's not working. So I guess we walk a few more feet, and then I hear like fast steps. So I turn around and I see Rel hit Ills. I seen him hit at least like twice. So after the second hit, Rel tried to hit me, and I moved, and then Relly hit Ills again. That's when Rocky shot down with the prop gun to scare Relly off. It didn't scare Relly off. Relly was still hitting Ills.
After the second shot, what did you do in regards to Rocky?
I went up to him and grabbed him to push him into the opposite direction to leave. And I'm telling him, like, yo, bro, let's go, we out here. After he went, and I seen him walking away from everything, I turned around I was like, all right, see, now I guess I gotta go handle the rail situation. So I turned around to go walk. So as I turned around, I see, like, Relly hit Ills again, but he hit him again and he walked away. So then, once I seen that, I seen Ills, like, get up and start walking my direction. So then I seen down the block, I couldn't see Rocky anymore. So then that's why I started running down the block to see who was there.
After Rocky fired the starter pistol, did Relly stop?
No, he didn't.
We're gonna play that video.
All right. So this first person right there, that's Rocky.
Okay.
Then that's me.
Okay.
Then that's Ills.
Okay, now before I play this video that we've all seen a million times, let me try and help you. Like 12E just said, the first person that comes on screen is ASAP Rocky. Then it's 12E, then it's Ills, and then it's Relly. Rocky is also the first person to leave the screen. So my advice to you is to focus on him as the video plays. I think it's gonna help. So 12E's version of events is that Relly is in the back punching Ills and Rocky comes over to fire a warning shot. Relly then tries to hit 12E, but he runs, so Relly continues hitting Ills, and that's when Rocky fires the second shot. But now that you know that, I also want to remind you of Relly's version of events. Relly said that he wasn't in the back hitting Ills. He was actually using him as a human shield since Rocky was trying to shoot at him. So now watch the video, pay attention to Rocky, and see if you can determine if you can see what Relly says happened or what 12E is saying happened. Here we go. Could you see what was happening? What you think? Okay, so that was the sum and substance. Oh my gosh, am I making legal jokes? Okay, so that was pretty much all of direct examination. Mr. Lewin handles cross-examination, and he starts off by emphasizing the friendship that 12E has with Rocky and how that could be the motivation behind why he's here.
So in terms of friends in the world, this is about as close a friend to defendant as you have, right?
No.
How many individuals in your life are you as close to who are not family members as the defendant?
Everybody in the ASAP collective.
So you are equally close to everybody in the ASAP collective?
I show no favoritism, yes.
So is your testimony that you are as close to all the other ASAPs as you are to the defendant?
The ASAPs?
Yes, that's a fact.
Do you travel with any of the other ASAPs on tour?
Yes, I do.
Did any of their ASAPs, have they made it so that you were able to be their hype men?
Times, yes.
So is ASAP Tom's, is he as...
No, I said at times, yes.
Is he as big as...
No, at times.
He's saying at times.
Oh, at times, I'm sorry.
To be fair, Lewin has said that he has terrible hearing, but him messing up on that, on top of him calling them the ASAPs, has me cracking up. Lewin then begins asking about the injuries that ASAP Ills suffered as a result of being punched by ASAP Relly so many times.
And can you describe, if you can, the force that any of those punches were delivered with?
I cannot describe the force, no. He was bleeding from his lip, yes. His face wasn't like broken or swollen or anything. Not to my recollection.
Would you agree that the next day, less than 24 hours after this incident, you guys were all at Complex Con, is that right?
Yes.
And stop, pause. Who's that?
It's ASAP Ills.
Do you see an injury to his face?
To be honest, I can't clearly see his whole face. If you're really looking, his lip and his sides, it looks swollen.
I asked you previously what kind of injuries he had. Your comment 3 minutes ago was, well, his face wasn't swollen. Now you're saying, no, I'm looking at his lips and they look swollen.
I said his face wasn't swollen. I didn't say anything about his lips.
You're talking about something different. The testimony was the night before, when the incident happened, the witness didn't see that Bills had any swelling on his face. This is now the next day, right?
Not Judge Arnold jumping in to help him.
So just from what you can see, sir, can you please answer the question I've asked? Let me ask it again for you. Does that look to you like an individual who has been punched 3 times in the face with a closed fist by an extremely strong and muscular man less than 24 hours before this image is taken?
Actually, closed fist, there's no such thing as an open fist. A fist is a fist. There's no such thing as a closed. A closed fist is a fist. If it's not closed, it's not a fist.
Well, then my question would still be easy to understand, then, Your Honor. There's no issue. Your Honor, a fist could be not all the way closed, but a fist, closed fist, and that's what I asked. So
Show me an open fist.
an open fist would be like this, not closed.
I can't really see his whole face. And as we all can see, he has an American flag, which is pretty large, on his head. So we can't see his ears, we can't see the side of his face. This is all we see. And we don't even see much of his lip.
Wait, so you're saying you think he's wearing the flag because he's trying to hide something?
Yes, he could be hiding a bruise. We're at a show, so who wants to walk around a 10-year anniversary show with bruises? Live Love ASAP. On the back of the project, there's an American flag, right? So this was a part of the project, you feel me? That's why he had it. So usually, Rocky wears it to come out because he's the main artist. That's his whole look, you feel me? But that day, I believe, because Ills got into an altercation, he was hiding inside his suit.
Just so you understand, whether I feel you or not, I can't respond to your comments. When you're answering a question and you're repeatedly saying, you feel me, you understand that I can't respond to that.
Now, Lewin, don't piss me off.
I won't say you feel me.
Okay. Can you explain, you said that he carried the starter pistol for security measures, and you then expanded that to say he did so after being a victim of violence and home invasions, correct? Can you explain to me how a starter pistol would assist someone who was the victim of violence or a home invasion?
Well, only answer that I have is that you could scare somebody away with it.
Can a prop gun, in your experience, does it have the ability to actually stop somebody from committing violence against you?
From my understanding with the situation with Relly, no.
It's your testimony that Relly knew it was a prop gun, correct?
Yes.
Can you explain to me how if Relly knew it was a prop gun, how pulling out a prop gun that Relly knows is fake is going to act as a deterrent to anything?
The sound is so loud that you would think it's a real gunshot and you would move away.
But you just told us, sir, that it's not a question of whether he thinks it's a real gun or not. Your position, your testimony is that he knew it was a fake gun, and that as soon as the defendant pulled it out, he said something effective, put that fake shit away. Correct? That's what he testified to?
Yes.
So how is it that if he knows it's a fake gun, how is that going to deter him from anything?
Speculation is staying system.
You're aware that at the time of the incident, that Mr. Mayers had real guns, correct?
I guess so, yes.
Well, you've seen real guns in his house, correct?
I never seen him with a real gun in his house.
This people's 39. You recognize that's the defendant's bedroom in his bed, correct?
I'm not too sure, honestly, but it looks like a bed. I've seen the bed before, but I can't really tell.
Well,
because they also, like, you never been to Rocky crib. He be having like some cool looking couches that look futuristic.
when you look at it right now, does that appear to be, from what you can tell, what does AWGE mean?
Oh,
Did y'all hear that? Rocky said, don't say it. Let me play it again.
oh,
Huh?
oh.
What does that mean? Does that mean something?
Meaning all.
So they take a sidebar, and when they come back, you know good and well Lewin was not finna let that slide.
You're the defendant. When I ask the question, loudly say, don't answer it.
I heard something, I'm not too sure what I heard. I was listening to.
Did you hear somebody say, don't answer it?
I didn't hear what was verbally said. I heard something.
Isn't it true that AUG, AWGE, is a brand that is connected with the defendant?
Yes.
So my question is, isn't it true that the reason that you did not have any security with you that night was because there was a plan that Relly was going to be attacked?
That is not true.
Time to move on.
Are you aware, was it common knowledge as far as you knew, that Mr. Mayers carried a prop gun?
Yes. Pretty sure his close friends, family, and circle. It wasn't something, because if he's out here telling people, yo, I just got a prop gun, you never know who could tell somebody else and put him in another dangerous situation.
So I want to start at the beginning of the day of the incident. Were you aware of any issues between Relly and the defendant on November 6th?
I was aware that two brothers wanted to have a communication with each other, and they was trying their best to reach out to one another. That's what I was aware of.
So, were you aware of any bad feelings that Mr. Mayers had towards Relly?
No.
Were you aware of any bad feelings that Relly had toward Mr. Mayers?
No.
So, how was it that you, Ills, and Mayers ended up meeting up with Relly near the parking garage around the W Hotel?
Well, we were already together, me, Rocky, and Ills, because we was at the rehearsal for Complex Con. So whoever was going to be there was going to be with her regardless. It wasn't like, oh, we're going to do this. No, we were at rehearsal.
What was your understanding as to what was supposed to happen at this meeting?
Well, whatever miscommunication that they had going on, I believe that they were going to speak. The next day was the show. Everything was just going to be great. It was going to be like it was 10 years ago.
You were with the defendant at 9:34 p.m. that day.
Yes, I was.
And it says, Waya, let's get to it. Stop ducking my calls.
Did y'all hear him say Waya? I don't mean to pick on him, but he's funny.
Waya, let's get to it. Stop ducking my calls. Would you agree, knowing the defendant, that that sounds like he is upset with the person he's sending it to?
You know, because actually, I keep typing all caps. So it's like, nah, this is regular. We got to let's get to it. Stop looking my calls. He's calling. It doesn't seem like he's exclamation marks and anything.
When's the first time you saw the prop gun in the defendant's possession that day?
In his possession?
Yeah.
It might have been the altercation.
Okay, so
Like in his possession.
you said he had it earlier that day.
Yes, the ASAP Blue had it earlier that day because Rocky was on stage rehearsing. So he couldn't rehearse, jump around, and, you know, get ready for the show in that state. So he gave it to ASAP Blue. I only seen Lou with it. I didn't see when he gave it to him, no. I was also on stage rehearsing.
How do you know that ASAP Blue, the gun that he had, was the same gun that the defendant had?
Well, Lou is the only liaison at the show that could be able to do anything with Rocky aside from us. So that's why I believe it to be the same thing.
You mentioned that you guys arrived at the location by the W, and you had a driver, right?
I believe so. Well, the car ride was beautiful. You know, we together. Like I said, it's the anniversary of a big situation for us. So everything was love.
Would you agree, you have no reason to believe at this time that there's going to be anything unusual that's going to happen?
No, because I even heard them quickly on the phone. Really picked up for Rocky. You feel me? And it was a regular conversation. Nobody's going back and forth, yelling. I couldn't really hear Rel, but I heard Rocky jokingly ask like, yo, where you at, bro? I believe he told him where he was at, which was, I think the W Hotel or something like that. Relly was viewed as Relly the boss. He told him that he was at the W. Rocky joking with him, yo, you're not at the bum ass W, bro. Where you at? Like, let me see where you at. Like, show me your room. And I guess bro act like he was at the W, but he was somewhere else. But yeah, that was the conversation. It was a friendly conversation because they friends.
So they were on the phone joking around, and then minutes later, fighting? Okay.
After you get out of the car,
Yes.
or the truck, how long after that is it before you see Relly?
As soon as he meets up with Rocky, you feel me? And this is after Rocky walks from the car. Rocky walks up. Rocky's not doing anything. He doesn't grab Rel first or anything. He's walking up to Rel, and as soon as he gets up to Rel grabs him.
So let me ask you, up to this point, you're saying that they were completely joking in the car a couple of minutes before, right?
Yes.
Everything.
But I said I did not hear what Relly was saying.
So let me ask you, did you see him attempt to in any way punch the defendant?
No, he was just basically trying to lift the defendant off his feet.
Motion strike everything after an hour.
You know, you're right, but we need to finish this case before the end of the decade. So let him explain the answer. I'm just doing this to try to facilitate the trial.
Judge Arnold is sick of them.
My question is, when is the first time at that incident that you saw the rock gun?
It was when Relly was grabbing and picking up Rocky. And Rocky was with his hands up, trying to catch his balance, reassure his grip on the floor. So being that it was a belt clip, his pants, from the video you can see, is falling. So that's when I believe the prop to fall. He never pulled the prop out.
So your testimony is that he pulled the gun out, and then immediately after pulling the gun out, tried to put it back.
He didn't pull the gun out. So, like I said, from him getting pulled by Relly, his clothes weren't secure. So his clothes weren't secure, the prop clip wasn't secure. You feel me? So he didn't pull it out. He's a dominant right hand. He would have pulled it out with his right hand, I'm guessing. Here, he's using his left hand to adjust it the whole time.
So your testimony is that the reason the gun came out was because his pants were falling down, and so he reached back to try and make sure his pants didn't come down and unintentionally grab the gun.
Yes.
We can resume on Monday, Your Honor.
So the day ends, the jury is excused, and then this happens.
Mr. Lewin, you've been questioning the witness for 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Your Honor, they have...
You have 90 minutes remaining. You have 90 more minutes. I'm controlling the progress of the case. That means over 4 hours with this witness.
Your Honor,
You have 90 minutes remaining.
Your Honor, I've got an ethical duty to actually...
Wait, y'all saw that lean back? Look at Rocky.
I've got an ethical duty to actually effectively prosecute this case.
You're going to have to do it in 90 minutes.
Your Honor, but the court's going to do what it's going to do, but at least allow me to be heard.
Go ahead. Say what you want to say.
They had the witness, the victim, on the stand for 3 days. They asked him question after question about his income, about more irrelevancies than I can add up. I'm going through video where the witness is impeaching himself left and right on the central issues in this case. And the court is saying, you got to hurry up. Your Honor, we have to be able to do our job. I'm not wasting time. I am asking questions that are getting important information. And when the court didn't limit them at all. This witness is as important as the victim in the case.
The reason Relly took so long is because he was so uncooperative and he would not answer a question. This witness is answering questions. Over 4 hours is enough. You have 90 minutes remaining. Just use your time wisely. That's it, 90 minutes. That's an hour and a half more. I'm sure you can get it done in that amount of time. Anything?
And then the smirk at the end. Ciao. Okay, they will be back at it on Monday, unfortunately.